Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Following a brief discussion in Swift Current Provincial Court, the Crown has now requested a 3-week adjournment in the criminal case against Jerry Chu. It was an evening of celebration and community spirit as a crowd gathered at the Glasscock building for the Maple Creek Community Awards Gala. This is the time of the year for annual general meetings, and the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce recently held its AGM. Thanks for joining us here today. A long-standing Herbert murder case continues to be discussed in Swift Current Provincial Court. We have more in today's top story. Following a brief discussion in Swift Current Provincial Court, the Crown has now requested a 3-week adjournment in the criminal case against Jerry Chu. The 27-year-old from Herbert, who appeared by video from the Regina Correctional Center, is facing second-degree murder charges in connection with the death of 79-year-old Henry Jin, also of Herbert. Break-and-enter and robbery of the victim's home, and willfully attempting to obstruct justice, and interfering with the human remains of the victim. The case stems back to September of 2013, when family and friends alerted RCMP that Henry Jin had been missing. His body was later located approximately 10 kilometers south of Moores. A preliminary trial was held in Swift Current Provincial Court in February, with numerous witnesses appearing before the judge. Now, with this latest adjournment, the case against the accused, Jerry Chu, will be back in Swift Current Provincial Court on April the 17th.
Well, I stated right away, I put this as an imposter, and I'm in no way endorsing a situation or a scheme like this.
The future is here. Saskatchewan's fastest internet with unlimited usage and blazing speeds. Infinite. Watch for it in your neighborhood. Only from SaskTel.
A number of Maple Creek businesses and local individuals were in the spotlight during a gala evening. We bring you the highlights in this report. It was an evening of celebration and community spirit as a crowd gathered at the Glasscock building for the Maple Creek Community Awards Gala. Along with an array of food from local restaurants and mingling with friends, the evening shone the spotlight on 7 individuals, businesses, and organizations who have all made Maple Creek a great place to live, visit, and do business. One by one, each of the winners were announced and awards presented by the Maple Creek Chamber of Commerce. The winners included the Communities in Bloom Steering Committee, the Hair Barn Spa and Tanning Salon, Maple Creek's Volunteer Taxi, the Cowboy Poetry Committee, and the Commercial Hotel for bringing Greyhound service to the town of Maple Creek, an award which was humbling for the Lycadel Hotel Group, whose partners are all newcomers to the community.
We were really feel welcome and at home, and it's incredible, being here and being part of the community. It's we think of ways how we can just give back to the communities.
The Rockin' Horse Cookhouse and Bar was also recognized as Maple Creek Business of the Year for its ongoing efforts of supporting local fundraisers and adding value to the Cypress Hills destination area. An accomplishment which these entrepreneurs say come from hard work and their genuine love of the community.
I come from the city, and I didn't realize what it was like to live in a small town. I don't buy bottled water. I drink the water out of the tap. The sky, I look up at the sky and I'm blown away by the stars. And you say hi to everybody on the way to get to the mail. That doesn't happen in the city. So this town is very special.
And the award for Citizen of the Year was shared by the husband and wife team of Connie and Ross Martin, who have volunteered their time for a number of local projects over the years. An overall honor which was humbling to this ranching duo.
In order to have a viable community and viable committees that can provide what the community needs, somebody has to do the work. So if we can lead by example.
And it's things that we enjoy doing, so it gives us an out. I don't have any hobbies, so I guess volunteering is a hobby. So yeah, like most of our things, we're involved in the church and other organizations, so it's a way of getting out and being with people all the time.
An evening of community recognition, which Mayor Barry Rudd says these recipients are well deserving of, while building a strong foundation for future growth and prosperity in Maple Creek.
You know, with the hospital construction and all that, I mean, it keeps everybody positive. The new hotel, you know, everybody is actually a little bit more excited this year, and what's the end result going to be, and of course to bring more people to the community and more business.
The Maple Creek Community Awards are a presentation of the Maple Creek Chamber of Commerce.
Hopefully that as we hear the stories and see the stories of how people are giving for good, how people are affecting positive change, we'll be able to then reflect on our own lives and see indeed what can we do to give for good. And even more than that, what are we doing to give for good? What are we doing to affect change? And as we notice that in our lives, I think we will find that we are our own inspiration to even give more for good, to affect more change. And as we see what people are doing, I mean, many times it'll be, hey, that's something that, you know, I saw somebody doing just that. Or you know what? Something similar to that happened in my life. You know, what they did for that person, somebody did for me so long ago, and that's inspired me to do this, and the next thing. So I think the give for good thing, the inspiration behind it and the motivation for each of us to actually take a look at ourselves, see what we are doing for good, and to draw inspiration from that to give for good even further, I think that's a whole big part of it.
I played for the Swift Current Broncos for a short year and a half. It was unbelievable. I met new people that I became great friends with. Putting on a WHL jersey, semi-pro, it's pretty unbelievable just to make it to that goal. It was in practice. Just a whole bunch of pucks were scattered on the ice. One of my best buddies stepped on the puck. I was on the boards talking to a coach. He slipped, fell, took out the back of my legs. I ended up falling back, hitting my head. At first, I thought it had just been a normal concussion. I was treated by many doctors. I was sent to Calgary many times to see neurologists. Couldn't really figure out. They just kept saying it's a timeline, a waiting game. It's been ongoing for 4 years now, I believe. Still have the symptoms, headaches. Dizziness has gone away in the past few months, but biggest thing is my headaches, about 4 years now. Well, at this point, right now, I am in training to be a personal trainer, which I'm very happy to be, making people's lives healthier, fitter, and better. In addition, I became a businessman for a health and wellness product called Kyani, which also ties into my personal training because it is a wealth product that will also make you healthier and even feel more energetic. And I personally myself am a user. Feel active, I feel more energetic than I ever have. I've used it to finishing my course, to going to the gym, to just going for walks. I feel motivated to do anything. It's just basically made me a more happy person.
I declare the Mixed Mass Casino open on behalf of the
The Swift Current Chamber of Commerce has a number of new faces on its board, with its sights set on a bright future for the city of Swift Current. This is the time of the year for annual general meetings, and the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce recently held its AGM. The highlight of the night was the introduction of its new board chair. Michelle DeGuyer has been in Swift Current since 2007 and a board member since 2013, and has now acquired the role of board chair, a position which he says he's looking forward to taking on during these challenging economic times.
Well, I'm excited for 2015. I think it's going to be a challenging year because the oil and the price of commodities is certainly out there and can have an economic effect on our community. But I think if we rally together as business owners and the municipality of the city of Swift Current and the province, we can pull it off and not feel as threatened by this or dependent on the the price of oil.
To garner further adds that with Swift Current and Southwest Saskatchewan's diverse economy, job opportunities, and various amenities, more people should be relocating here. And helping to attract new residents and businesses is a long-term goal for the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce.
People have to see Swift Current as a place to come and live for young families, that Regina and Saskatoon have kind of draw people into their communities, and Swift Current has not necessarily expanded as fast as them. But when you look at what has come to Swift Current with the new hospital, with all the growth that's coming in the southeast of the city, all those facilities are going to help modernize our community and the services and make it interesting for young Saskatchewan families or Alberta families that, yeah, you know, maybe Alberta was not as shiny a diamond as it used to be. Come over to Swift Current. We're just across the border.
The Swift Current Chamber of Commerce is an independent advocate for local business and is located downtown in the Swift Current Business Center.
The future is here. Saskatchewan's fastest internet with unlimited usage and blazing speeds. Infinite. Watch for it in your neighborhood, only from SaskTel.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.